sermon quite well because I wanted to do some thinking. You know, I left Canada about 7 weeks ago, now, whatever, and I returned to find that the politicians of our country had spent $1.5 billion dollars of my tax money for a couple of parties. I don't know if it was for 8 people or for 28 people or for 20 people. Somebody should know how many they gave this party for. Nobody seems to be too clear about anything except that 19,000 policemen showed up, police women showed up, and they turned the center of Toronto into a fortress and suspended civil rights, which caused some people to protest and some people to try to spark a riot. And I just sort of wondered where were the Presbyterians, which usually are turned to do something about some things like waste and extravagance and parties and nonsense like that. Isn't it? We're the party of protesters in great, it should be part of our ethos, a part of our working out of things, a part of our, maintaining the business of democracy that we fought and died for so very frequently throughout the past centuries. And I think about it in terms of the fact that, I don't know how many of you went through the First World War, but I know that quite a few of you may have gone through the Second World War and had to sort of maintain what it was that we were having the war all about, and still do. Now, I think we should protest the waste, frankly. It's a foolish spending of our tax money. After all, when the Queen came for a 9-day visit, and she brought the Duke along with her, we certainly weren't prepared to spend so much money to show her around and entertain her. And she's the head of our country. She's the head of our commonwealth. And I think a much more important person than anybody's president. And not that I'm a monarchist, but I want you to know that these are things that I think we have a responsibility. Responsibility to properly spend our tax dollar. I don't know whether people noticed that I was away, but I think they did it while I wasn't watching TV, that I would notice while I was in the country. And I do find that, even though I was doing the most important thing that I think any grandparent can do, and that is welcome their grandson, a new grandson into this world, I did keep my eyes open as to what was happening here in Canada. And I especially noticed that when I attended the opening of the Laura Festival, music festival. The choir did a wonderful rendition of God Save the Queen with all 3 verses. And Au Canada, Au Français, und English. And so, basically, I'm very thankful to be home and to be among you. I don't know how many of you did go through the business of going to high school and reading poems like I did. And there's the one that says, and breathed there a man with soul so dead that never to himself has said, this is my home, my native land.